So I wonder, do you feel pressure sometimes? There's an it girl scene that's really growing in Nigeria today and you are one of them, of course. You know, the girls who are hot on the red carpet, they dress well, they're very good at what they do, they are sort of fashion icons and they are role models to a lot of people.
Slay queens.
Slay queens, exactly. Is there pressure to keep up that lifestyle for you?
Definitely. You know, it's interesting because I went on like a shutdown sabbatical like 2 or 3 weeks. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, wow, this is a lot. You know, you have to go back into it. But I think the thing about it is like being true to yourself. You know, I realized that I enjoy fashion. I enjoy interacting with, you know, my friends at these events. And I also enjoy what I do. But I also think that's at a time in this season. So once I start to feel pressure to be a certain way, look a certain way, I ask myself, where is the pressure coming from? Like, what am I actually... What am I actually gaining from this specific idea that people have of me? So, you know, sometimes the pressure is there. Sometimes I just shake it off. Yeah. It's hard. It is hard.
So it has to be conscious effort.
It is. It's really conscious because the thing about it is, like, it's very competitive. And I don't think it's competitive because we in the industry are competitive. I think it's the expectations people have of you and the expectations that people project on you. The question is whether or not you absorb it. You know, so there might be an expectation that you have to look a certain way or you have to have certain kind of, you know, material goods with this bag or those shoes or drive this kind of car. If you carry those expectations on yourself, that's when you start to do things that you shouldn't.
So where do you draw the line between, you know, being that person with work and also staying true to yourself? It's
a very, very thin line. And there's some times where, you know, like, I remember that I'll look back at some posts or something that I did, and I'm like, that wasn't me. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that was not me. That was me maybe just trying to push a little bit more. But I do believe that you should push yourself. Like, some people will say you fake it till you make it. I don't think that statement is necessarily wrong. I think it's more about making sure that you have an objective from what you're doing. So, for example, when I first started, you know, doing this fashion thing and, you know, really putting my fashion game on, I had a very specific objective. I wasn't just doing it because I wanted to do it because that's what everyone was expecting of me. I was doing it because there were certain people, certain clients, certain brands that I was targeting that I wanted to, you know, let me endorse them, and it worked. So I think it just has to depend on what is your objective. If you're doing it because everyone else is doing it, then, like, what's the point?
Do you think it's sustainable in the long run for the entertainment industry? Because, I mean, I don't think it was always like this. Yes, there's always pressure on celebrities to be a certain way. Because social media has made it like 100 times even more now. How sustainable do you find that it is? Because, I mean, like you say, you go on Instagram sometimes and there's...
It's a lot.
It's like a photo shoot every day, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, shade thrower. No, I have a few pair of my own shade photo shoots. It is a lot, you know. And I was asking my sister, I asked her the day before yesterday, I was like, do you think Instagram is always going to be like this? Like, are we always going to post and tag? And I think so. I think it's going to evolve, but as much as people are interested in content, people are interested in seeing you, Ebuka, wear the craziest agbada ever. Do you understand? Like, people are interested in getting information and access to fashion. Nigerians, we love fashion. So I do think it's going to be like this. The question is whether I'm going to be in it for that long. I don't know.
Speaking of Instagram now, something completely different from what we're talking about now. There was some drama last year which you got yourself involved with I think it was Freeze and TV.
I did?
With regards to, you know, the whole tithing drama. And what's your take on that particular issue?
So,
tithing.
That tithing thing, right? I'm a Christian, and I've had my in and outs with tithing, completely honest. I remember when I first moved back to Nigeria after university, I didn't have a church, or I didn't have a church and I didn't feel comfortable tithing. I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable. So I used to donate my tithe to a charity. And I remember I did that for like 2 years. And then I found my church home, and then I felt comfortable tithing. You know, but I wasn't gonna just tithe because I was supposed to. I was like, I'm gonna give it to a charity. I think it's a really personal conviction thing. And I think that, you know, I understand what people are saying. You know, sometimes you think about the poverty that we have in Nigeria, and then you think about how ostentatious some pastors live. It really is frustrating. And you ask yourself, you're like, Jesus was quite poor, you know.
So do you agree with Freeze?
I don't, you know, I can't agree with Freeze because I don't listen to what I have never listened to anything he's saying. I don't know how to say this without saying it like that. Basically, I've never heard, all I know is that he thinks tithing is horrible and he calls it free the sheeple. I don't really know what his content is.
Yes.
But I understand what Freeze is saying is that as Nigerians, we need to start thinking for ourselves. Not everything a pastor says is say.
Sorry to cut you.
Okay.
We're going to go on a quick break. Now when we come back, we'll continue this conversation and find out more about Bolanle's plans for 2018. See you guys in a minute.
So let's dance now, it is my turn. Just won't work you out. We represent G-E. What else? What else?
Welcome back. We're having a conversation here with TV personality and producer now.
Yeah, and director.
And director Bolanle Olukanni. And before the break, we were talking about the tithing issue.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was talking about Freeze and all of that. And
yeah.
So, yeah, you were talking about your thoughts about Freeze as a person and his thoughts, about the tithing.
Yeah, you know, I think that I just like the fact that he's asking people to think about what it is that their pastors are saying. You know, we all have the Word of God if you're a Christian. There's no reason why you can't read it yourself. And I think sometimes we elevate pastors to a place of non-humanity, and I don't think that's right. I think that a pastor is a human being and they can make a mistake. Now, I'm not saying I agree with anything that Freeze is saying, but it's really, really important that we really do ask questions and challenge the fact that, you know, some pastors are a bit more ostentatious than they should be. We're a poor country.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a big fact. You did talk about the fact that the wife of is it the senior pastor now of the Redeemed Christian Church?
Yeah.
Was a pastor of
exactly.
Part of God's Wives,
she was part of God's Wives. It's so funny because I was people were like tagging Freeze in that post, all of it. But Mommy Gio, she, you know, so after we finished doing the training for the 75 women, we had to find a way to empower them with kits. And what we call it is an entrepreneur kit. So, you know, you can go out and if you did the tailoring course, you get a sewing machine. If you did the makeup course, you get a makeup kit. And if you did the catering, you get an oven. So that way, we're not just teaching you, but we've actually given you these tools so you can make some money from it. And, you know, I spoke to Mommy Gio about it, and it was, you know, a substantial amount, and she was very, very happy to, you know, fit the bill.
So that's more like what you're saying they should be doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Something I want to talk about now is it's about a month to Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, it is! Happy Valentine's Day.
Great.
I am excited.
I mean, last year you said something about being a side chick on Valentine's Day. Is that still the case this year?
God forbid, no.
But was that really true?
It was true.
You were someone's side chick.
True. That was.
Do we know this person?
No, you don't. No.
I feel like we should know this person and
At
find
all.
out why.
No, you know what's crazy? I just remember, the whole day I didn't get a message. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, I even sent a message, he read it, he didn't answer. And I remember being like, he never not answers my messages. Then at 12:01 on February 15th, Ebuka, he sends me an e-card saying Happy Valentine's Day. I was a side chick. That's side chick,
so
right?
So you're not a side chick this time. Are you a main chick?
I am a main chick.
Oh, you're in a relationship?
No. I'm a main chick in the eyes of the Lord. I'm just joking.
But I didn't behave yourself.
I'm being serious.
Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I don't know.
Is it by choice or it just isn't?
I think, can it always, I think it, is it
Some
by
people
choice?
intentionally just, you're not dating, you're not trying to, you're focusing on work, whatever it is.
I think I do.
You're open to dating and it just hasn't happened
Exactly. I think I'm open to dating and it just hasn't happened. You know, so yeah, I think when it happens, it'll hopefully happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully. Oh, amen.
I'm asking, not telling. Are you looking at it happening soon? Or?
Yeah, definitely. This is 2018. I have a few goals, and one of them would be, it would be nice to, like, you know, have it would be nice to, I'm just joking. It would be nice to have a man. Yeah.
What about work-related? What's happening in 2018?
Oh my gosh,
very quickly,
so I'm really excited. This year, God's Wives, we're doing the press tour and the screening, and we're also opening the center. And more importantly, we're doing partnership with people. So if anyone is interested in joining me, you know, in making God's Wives what it is that we've envisioned, which is impacting more lives, you can visit the website, www.godswives.org, or you can also just email me. All of my social media handles are probably on the screen right now. So that's something I'm really focusing. Yeah, so I'm really focusing on that, and then more producing. I'm going to be producing a lot more documentaries this year as well.
I'm on TV.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. It's so funny. I feel like every time I talk about documentaries, I come here, Ebuka. You have to give me
my percentage inside this thing.
And thanks for not asking me anything crazy. I appreciate it.
I'm a nice guy. I've always been a nice guy. You guys just paint me bad. Thanks for being here today. Like I always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter at WhyNigerTV is the handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin Mind. You can also visit the website, whyniger.tv. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next Sunday.
Just let's go. So let's dance now. It is my turn. Just one word.